The vision for Hidden Figures was to encourage middle school girls to continue to do well in math and science classes and to consider taking up some STEM professions.
And so you're going to use the little red Lego dots for fresh blood.
It is so important for students to learn about STEM because so many professions grow out of those STEM classes. And so we want the students to start young, prepare themselves to take the courses that will enable them to pursue the various careers in STEM. And so to get into those careers, you need to start those STEM classes really early. Today we have a nationally known engineer, Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd, who was the first African-American woman to get a master's in engineering at Yale University. She is going to be speaking to the young women about STEM careers, and she is going to seek to inspire them to pursue these careers.
And so as I shared with the young ladies today, if it's in your heart and you know you love it and you want to do it, don't let anybody put a box in you and tell you you can't do it because you're a girl or, or because of your background or where you grew up and what community you came from. It's not about where you start. It's about the work that you're willing to do to have a strong finish.
So today it's part of our symposium. We asked different groups to come out and do some work with our students. And so we had a circuit board project that the students worked on. We had a drone activity. We had rocketry, and we had forensic science as well. And so the young ladies were able to engage in all of those activities. They built rockets that we went outside and set off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They did some activities with the forensic science, and so we wanted them to see the various professions and activities that they could do. So they were very involved in them, very excited in them, especially with our drone project as well.
It's not supposed to be able to crash into people, so we can't. See how it flies away from me?
We had a panel of engineers, and we had engineers who were at different points in their career. We also had different engineers. So we had a software engineer, we had 2 mechanical engineers, and we had a materials engineer. And so the panel talked about the courses that they had to take in school, how they decided to become engineers, and the work that it takes to become an engineer. One of the things that our panel talked about is not having a project like this when they were young. And so now we have students who've been exposed to all the various professions that you can do, the different types of engineering. And so I already have students who are talking to us about pursuing engineering work. So now that these young people know that these possibilities exist, they're already talking about going into these fields.
The majority of what all those 3 ladies said is that, it wasn't the easiest with engineering, and all those extra courses in math and stuff they had to take, but all 3 of them still did persevere to get what they are today. So I got that message, that you got to keep going. If you want to do what you love, you just got to keep going.
At first, I didn't know what I wanted to be, and they just boosted my confidence to see that I wanted to be a rocket engineer.
It's okay to be called a nerd, and when people call you names, it's really their issue and it's their problem. You embrace who you are and what you like, and don't allow them and their negative connotations of what it means to be a nerd to push you and say, I don't want to let anybody know that I'm smart. I don't want to, and for young girls, that's one of the problems that they face, especially in middle school.
Perfect, nice.
And they don't need to sit in the back of the room. They don't need to be embarrassed about being smart. In fact, embrace being smart, embrace being excellent, and opportunities will come to them.
This is a project that could not have been done if we did not have women who committed themselves to working with us. We had women from all walks of life here in Waco who came out, gave their time to work with these young women. And so we are so grateful to them for helping us and being supportive of these girls.
Hard work is associated with success. And so it's not just going to come naturally, and you can't just sit on the sidelines and wait for success to come. You've got to work for it. But when people see you working, they will help you. They will open doors for you. They will introduce you to people. They will introduce you to opportunities. But you've got to put your part of the work in first.
You just got to keep going. Maybe things, don't go how you want it to go, or they don't go, with how you fit. But, sometimes you just got to go. You got to push yourself. You got to persevere, get yourself out there to be the best you can be.
There will be a struggle every day. Every day you wake up. But if you embrace life and know that there is something positive waiting for you, then it puts the struggle to bed. And the struggle doesn't define you, you define yourself. If people don't understand that it's a wonderful thing to be a female engineer, a female scientist, they don't understand that, then it's their problem. You go out and you be that scientist, you be that engineer, you be that great person who is doing great things, and not just as a hidden figure, but as a well-defined figure in their generation, so that they will inspire the next generation to take their place as they're taking our place.